This post, I read it and I said, wait, what's going on here? It reads, Jonathan Majors gets sued by his ex, Grace Jabari, for defamation, assault, and battery. So we know that tug and war they were having over that phone turned into him hurting her and unintentionally. Either way, he got charged with that. The way that she's doubling down, we know now she's like pursuing him in like civil court, right? She's trying to get paid. But this is just a reminder, man, at just how couples can go from I love you, I'll do anything for you, to I want to see you crash and burn. And we just had this conversation, right? People will be quick to say, stay away from those white women. While I understand people's sentiment when they say that, any other race of women is liable and does this all the time to men who they leave, divorce, etc. Many lessons I've said we could learn from this whole situation. They obviously, as we've spoken about many times, had a very toxic relationship. But this is crazy. She's trying to get paid. Got him in criminal court. Now she wants that civil suit to go through and get money. Just got some of these comments. I assume that these are all just going to be like, especially since the Shade Room is like majority black women, it's all going to be about her being a white woman and how men should stay away from white women. Like this comment that says, once you go white, your life will never be right. Malcolm X. Another comment here. I think it's really interesting how we went from the last topic, and this shows you the difference between the two platforms, Spiritual Word and the Shade Room, and how I don't think the Shade Room will ever say, hey, stay away from white women, but obviously this is a sentiment that they push, right? They will make sure they broadcast someone like Umar Johnson on their platform before they put someone on their platform who's more level-headed when it comes to the conversation of race. Here's another comment from a man who says, I hope that he countersues and wins. At this point, she's obviously trying to ruin him. He is the victim. He deserves compensation. She is lucky that I'm not a judge. He'd be like, bang, bang, guilty. Okay, so let's see the responses here. I'm curious to see what people think. Somebody else responded back and said, I don't think that would make sense if he was found guilty. Let's see. Well, we don't know, because no one expected Johnny Depp to come back with a defamation case. And I almost wonder if they purposefully chose to sue, like for defamation, because they'll maybe thinking he might try to sue for defamation, playing that psychological warfare on the public. Here's a woman who says she can't be that traumatized if she chased MLK Jr. in his high waters all over the city on foot. That was an insane video. I'm still surprised by the turn of this case. Somebody else here says, white women doing what white women do. ... Next. Of course, she's over here bitter. And somebody else here says, the F does that mean? And this person says, what she said. Didn't ask you, though. So, of course, they're having a war. Somebody else here says, stop dating white women. Another person here says, where that lawyer who took Johnny Depp's case, bring her in. If you guys want to make sure that women applaud while you crash, let me say that again. When you see black women date white men, you don't see them as a collective when something horrible happens to them. You don't see them as a collective, just jumping to this point. Does it happen? Yes, of course. We've got the Umar Johnsons out there. But the level at which these women here are just united in making sure they shame this guy for dating outside of his race is crazy. It is crazy.